Can you even see the game? Okay, yeah, you can. Kind of hot. Air conditioner on. Air conditioner's on the right degree, right temperature. I mean, but not having an easy time. It's like 100 degrees today. Again. But unlike the British, the silly British. Oh, by the way, I went wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. Hello. The Brits are too stupid to have air conditioners or even, I don't know, fans. Every year, they pretend like climate change is real now suddenly because they're too stupid to just stay cold. And they act like the summer is like this unexpected surprise. Even though every single year this is the same thing that happens there. I'm not British. I'm just in a place that's always this hot during summer. As I learned last year. Oh god, I forgot. It's been a few days. So we're just gonna work on the farm today. What? The fuck? Must have missed a lot. Oh wait, I have my little basket. Man, I'm forgetting everything that was going on. God, the weeds are just unbelievably... they're just ridiculous. Look at them all. In it, mate. It's so hot, mate. Then buy a fucking... And I always see their cope, and it's always like, it ain't that hot in it. It ain't that hot year round in it. And it's like, okay, well, who cares? Even if it's 1 month, buy something to keep cool during that month if it's such a problem. People are dying in Europe because it's 100 degrees. Like, come on, get real. I lived in California for almost my entire, well, let's see, like 32 years of my fucking life, 31 years. We had no air conditioning other than like 1 year. And it gets to be 100, 105, 110. And it's humid and gross and horrible. People pretend California has a dry heat. I don't know why they say that. Certain areas, sure, but not Los Angeles. That's for fucking sure. And not Frisco, I'd assume, because it's literally a bay. Not that I went to school north of Frisco, like an hour north of Frisco. I hate that shithole. The school I went to was great, but doxing myself, oh no. But I mean, I lived there for all my life, and it was always like not even just summer, pretty much year round. It's either fucking 70 degrees or way higher. And during, you know, California has basically one season. I wouldn't even say two. It's just, it's really hot or it's kind of hot. And really hot gets up there like 100, 110 regularly. And we had no air conditioning. And because of my agoraphobia and stuff, and my house facing the front yard and the sidewalk of the busy little neighborhood, I couldn't have my windows open. I couldn't have the AC on. I didn't have anything other than a shitty little mini USB fan for most of that time. And before then, I had this or that fan, you know, crappy, cheap $10 standing fans. I didn't die. How pathetic do you have to be to die from it's hot? I mean, if you're like in a desert, like your car like died and you're out, you know, 50 miles out of the nearest city, and you're in a complete desert, and you're stuck in a sand dune, and like you're having to survive. Sure, okay, I get it. But if you're just in your house, in your neighborhood, in your city, and you're dying from the heat, you're fucking retarded. Like, buy some water. You should turn your tap water on, drink some water, and there you go. You solved the problem. Drink some fucking water. Not saying it's enjoyable to be in that kind of situation, but you don't die from it. That's pathetic. The fuck do you do? Unless you're like 90 years old, I guess. But even then, most Californians don't have air conditioning, including the old people. Like, it's pretty rare to find people in California who have air conditioning. Maybe not in inland, I don't know. But in the big cities, almost nobody has air conditioning. Like, even the apartments usually don't. And they pay, you know, $2,000 a month to live there. Retarded. So I'm not really sure why British people are so pathetic, and Spaniards and French. Because they're all dying. There's so many news reports. Oh, everybody's dying from the heat wave. Climate change, climate change. Now, unless it's more bullshit from the media made up like usual to pretend and trick people into thinking it's actually happening, then that's just sad. Like, no, not sad like, oh my god, I'm so sad. Like, sad like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you can die because it's kind of hot? Go to whatever you fucking mates in it store is called for Walmart, you know, whatever your man, I usually know these names for Britain because I see them mention them on poll and stuff. I mean, on, you know, political places, I meant to say. It's just a weird way to pronounce it. And, I can't think of any of the names right now. But, you know, just go to the fucking store, buy a shitty fan, go to Amazon, buy a shitty fan, open your window. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck with a fan or without one, but dying? Really? Come on. Yeah, I'm being insensitive because it's retarded. Here's the answer to dying from the heat. Just don't. Just decide not to die and you'll be fine. Because the only way you can die from it's hot is being retarded. Sorry. It's hot here. And you know, the worst part is, for somehow, because it's usually super muggy out there, right? Because it's, I don't know why, but Britain never stops being rainy and muggy, from what I've seen and what I've been told. And yet, somehow, they have no humidity during the heat. It's like all just burning up. So they're not even dealing with a really disgusting, horrible heat. They're just dealing with a dry, it sucks, it's hot. With a more comfortable, you know, Arizona type of heat. Like, who cares? Grow up. I could see toddlers, like infants, dying from it. That is actually sad. Like, if you have kids out there, get an air conditioner. By the time this goes up, that thing will be past anyway. Like, if you have kids, like baby, like young kids, not teenagers, not preteens, but like infants and stuff, then yeah, that's kind of fucked. You need to buy them a fan, get like ice or freeze some water, which is ice, I suppose, and put it behind the fan, and then it'll blow the cold air from that. But if you're an adult, or even like a preteen, teenager, young adult, any of that, like, come on. It's hot, go fucking drink some water and lay down and go, oh, it sucks, it's hot. Like, don't die from it, come on. Is this what's gonna get me banned, is saying people shouldn't die from the heat? It's just, I don't know, it's just pathetic. Like, I lived in worse than that for my entire life and I never died. And I'm a fat loser who couldn't even open a window because I was too scared to. Because, oh no, people outside exist. And I couldn't handle people outside existing. It's too scary for me. These guys can open their window, turn a fan on, and be good. Like, just decide not to die and you won't die. It's that simple. Man, this took all day. The elves already fucking dipped. They slept in an hour or two only, that's it. The eggs won't produce, they won't produce eggs tomorrow because of the fucking, because I took too long to get them food. They're already asleep. Sleep, little chickens, don't quack a squawk. Everybody's gonna eat you, buck buck. I don't know, I'm not disrespecting those who are dead from this. I'm just saying, what the fuck is wrong with you that you could die from it's hot? In a city, in your house, not surviving in like a Bear Grylls fucking or a lone situation or something. You're just sitting at home. Just don't die. If you're going to die, if you're that fucked, go to a store. Pretend to shop for 10 minutes, cool down, and then go back home. Sit in your car. Oh, right, you're British. You don't have cars. You ride the trolley everywhere. Well, maybe this is why you should buy a vehicle instead of being cucked. riding a bicycle, riding a public bus. No, get a fucking car and you can sit in it with the air conditioner on if you're that fucking hot. If you're that afraid of dying or your kid dying or you're literally going to die from it, then buy a car like an adult, like you should have done when you were, 16 years old, 15 years old, like everybody in America. Instead of being a fucking, whoa, I don't want to have to censor everything in this video. A cuckold, let's say. And, sit in your car with the air conditioning on and shut the fuck up. I just don't know how to explain how pathetic it is. Because it should be obvious to any human being. Like, you're an adult. How are you dying from it's hot? Unless you're in, Dubai, working super... Like, I get that. I get that also. Like, you're working hardcore, like, in the heat. You're like, and by working, I mean, like, construction work, not... Oh, I had to go to the office to die in it. Like... It should be impossible to die from heat. Unless you are a baby, an animal... who like isn't put in the is locked in the car or something, then that's not your fault. You're gonna die. Or like you're a construction worker or something out in the heat. Otherwise, there's no excuse. Like, come on. And if you're getting that fucked, just go to the fucking hospital, Mr. and Mrs. Oh, we have free healthcare here. We're better than Americans because our healthcare is socialized because we're communistic. Well, if you want to be commies, then why aren't you taking advantage of it? If you're so proud of your communist bullshit, then go to the fucking hospital if it's that hot and you're dying from it. It's not like you just pass out randomly and die on the side of the road when you get heat exhaustion and die from heat shit. You have a very advanced warning because you start fucking blacking out and shit. And your breathing starts getting fucked and stuff like that. It gets to that point, go to hospital, as you say, to hospital. And sick on the floor in the hospital. And grow some balls. Grow some nads for your knickers. Me free healthcare, me saving bits to the Americans. You people who talk about America not having free healthcare are also just so uneducated about the American healthcare system. That includes American retards on Twitter and shit. Midnight at Mineral Beach. Okay. Let's try to remember that, but I'm not going to because I'm going on and on. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Okay. No, I don't. Okay, I just wanna... Like... American healthcare is... Like... Are things overpriced? Yes, but you don't pay... They're overpriced so that... Because insurance companies work with these fucking hospitals and doctor offices and stuff, or rather, I mean, the insurance companies are working with the medical industry to purposely overcharge, but no, the customer doesn't actually take on that cost. It's the hospital that takes on the cost. Like, it's not, you're not the one who's paying that. If you are, you're fucking stupid. America has so many, like, programs. Like, if you can't afford the hospital, they will pay for it. I've had to visit a doctor's office like 1,000,000 times the past year. I've paid $0 when I got spinal surgery, neurosurgery, from top professionals in the state that I was in at the time. I paid, I think, $2,000 out of a total like $120,000 that I just totally legitimately owed. Like, you know, on the, like, I could go, like, all these people, I'm assuming they're from fucking Reddit or whatever, like, posting their bills, like, oh my god, they're charging $6,000 to hold my own baby after it's born. No, they're not. You're not paying that. And you're not like, oh, I'm just not gonna pay. No, I mean, literally, they are not telling you to pay that. These people who post these screenshots of the receipts and shit, or their bills, rather, always, but pure chance, just by pure coincidence, accidentally leave out all the information about the insurance coverage. They only ever show the bill cost. They never, ever include the insurance cost, which is strange. Because as long as you meet your deductible, insurance covers 100% of that bill. So you're paying about 90, they're paying about 95% of the bill. You're paying about 5 to 10%, depending on, your healthcare plan. And if you're disabled or poor, even if you're just poor, even if you're just kind of poor, you can have a job and everything. Even if you're just not making that much money, which is most of the people who bitch about, oh, the healthcare system in America needs to be socialized. We need to be socialists. That's great. That worked great for everybody else. It didn't cause all the genocides in history or anything. They always just happen to leave out that the insurance company is paying all of that cost. And they're paying, like, out of their, oh no, I have to pay $60,000 to hold my own baby after it's born. They're paying like $3 or $0 usually. Then my fish die because I completely forgot to feed them constantly. No, okay. One of them might have. Like, it's a fairy tale. These people just make shit up to manipulate you. And that's obvious, but that's not obvious to normies. And even some people, like, on my side of things, they still fall for this trick. And then they end up leaning towards socialistic bullshit. Towards socialism. Oh, super right-wing, oh, call out the true one, the small hat team, the big nose. And then the moment it comes to healthcare, like, we should have socialized healthcare. This should be a system, the government should be paying the healthcare. Because I shouldn't have to pay $7,000 to hold my baby. You're not, you fucking idiot. Like, it's so irritating, stupid. Just shut your fucking mouths. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I hate stupid fucking people, man. All these fucking conservatives and I'm a right-winger. Just shut your fucking mouth and shut up, because you're not on my side of things. You're still a retard who listens to CNN and thinks the world is on fire because it's a little hot in Britain. But it's records, mate. What records? It's hot? Who gives a fuck? But me socialised healthcare, mate. Well, why aren't you using it instead of dying in the heat? You fucking loser. And then bitching about this and then like making fun of Americans because, oh, we got, oh, look at you, oh, mate, look at you, in it. Look at your suburbs in it. You got suburbs, the houses look similar. It's America for you, eh? I don't know what accent I'm doing. I have a British accent, I'm not doing it. I don't have a British accent, it's a terrible one, but it's better than this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm just irritated. I wasn't irritated before I started doing this. I was irritated by my food today. But not by British people at all. But right now I'm irritated by British people. And ignorant Americans who don't know how their own systems work. Or rather, who propagandize knowing how it works and just trying to spread that on Twitter. And Reddit and shit. To cause an uproar. And avoid naming the actual issue. No, it's the healthcare companies. That's who it is. It's the hospitals. That's the problem with America. We have to pay $5 to see a doctor sometimes. Man, that's why America's bad. I mean, and America's not bad, first off. But that's what these people pretend. Like, oh, America's falling now because you have to pay $3 to see a doctor sometimes in the emergency room. I've been to the emergency room like 7 times. I've been to the urgent care like 15 times. I've been to an actual doctor like 30 times. I've been to specialists for all sorts of things. So specialists are expensive. I've had all these specialists. I've had every type of scan other than a PET scan multiple times. I've had multiple MRIs, CT. I even had a test where they put nuclear radiation inside of my gut, which cost about $40,000 apparently. And I've paid $0. Oh, right. No, sorry. I paid $12 because the radiology department is outsourced. And they didn't, I didn't want to deal with trying to get all that figured out, so I just paid them $12. $12. So if you're seeing doctors and you're spending thousands of dollars a visit, you're a fucking idiot. Especially if you're poor. America has programs that arguably shouldn't exist because they are socialist bullshit. You know, but, you know, I need them, so, I mean, I can only complain so much, but they exist and they're easy to find out about. And hell, most hospitals in America will actually offer you free financial aid, and that's not a loan, that's not a payment plan. They will actually pay the entire fee of your entire everything. That's the majority of how I paid for all that for free. Medicare paid for some of it. They paid their like 80% or whatever. And I was still left with a bit of money there that I had to pay, quite a bit. Because I don't have, you know, good Medicare. Well, that goes against your point, mate, isn't it? No, because I don't have real health care. I have free retard health care. And I'm doing these, you know, big things just because I want to make sure nothing's wrong, even though I don't really need to. It's not like I'm dying in the hospital. It's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous. There's no... Is there a small problem with American healthcare? Yes, but socializing is not the answer. If you need to see a doctor, or go to the hospital, or even just think you do, and you know, worried enough that you actually do it, and you can't afford it, or you'd be really hard-pressed to afford it, pretty much every hospital will pay for you. Over and over again, too. They almost all have financial aid departments. You just have to ask. And at worst, if you make too much money for financial aid, they'll always give you, you know, a payment plan for like fucking $40 a month for fucking a year, and that's it. It's not even like, oh, it'll go on your whole life, mate, innit? No. No. I mean, they'll take anything, because they know people don't pay bills. Because they know nothing happens if you don't pay your hospital bills in America, pretty much. So what they've done now is make it pretty much impossible, like, for anything bad. They will work with you to get any kind of money, even if you say, I'm going to pay. I remember when I got that surgery and I owed like $3,000 total at the end of it, out of $180,000 or whatever I said. I told them I'm poor. They said, okay. They said, can you do like a payment plan, like $100 a month? I said, no, I can pay you $10 a month. Maybe if it was 15, it was $15 a month. So I said I can afford like $15 a month. They bitched and moaned, and then I said, that's what I can do. And they said, okay, fine. And I paid $15 a month, and then they eventually told me, you know, that's good enough. We don't need the rest of the money. It's better than just stealing healthcare just because you're fucking, you want to behave that way. Midnight. You can't complain about negative actions of criminals and things if you're going to be a criminal too. So I'm not. I pay what I'm supposed to pay. Or I find legal ways, not loophole, but just normal, legal, totally legitimate ways to do things like that. Like, I'm paranoid, so I get scared and I need doctors to tell me, oh, you're fine. So, you know, I go to the hospital a lot. I used to go to urgent care all the time, too. When I was saying the emergency room, urgent care, and hospitals, I meant in the past year alone. Like, I owe the hospital like $20,000, and then they just paid for it for me. I haven't had to pay any of that. It's not bragging. It's saying, you know, they provide these things for you. It's not some secret loophole thing. I'm not driving, officer. I'm traveling. You can't ticket me. I'm traveling, not driving. It's none of that gay shit. It's literally ask the hospital if they have financial aid, or, you know, use your insurance. And you're good. Because once you hit your deductible, your insurance covers everything. That's how insurance works in America. Even if you have paid insurance, not like me where it's free Medicare stuff. If you have to pay for your insurance, you pay a certain amount every month, or it comes from your salary or whatever, automatically, or whatever you choose. And then you use it, and you pay up to your deductible. You pay a certain amount, and that's it. And those are pretty low usually. Some deductibles are like $20. Some deductibles are like $500, so it's a little more. But you are not paying $6,000 to hold your newborn baby. That is a myth. That is bullshit propaganda spread to try and make you and trick you into wanting America to be a socialist country. That's what they want you to do. And so they spread this everywhere, and they trick all the youth who don't even know what insurance is, who just use their mommy and daddy's insurance, or who are in college and have no insurance because they're too fucking stupid to sign up for like Medicaid because they have no income, so they get free health care. You know, Medicaid is completely free. They cover 100% of everything. If you can get on Medicaid, you don't have to pay a cent for anything ever. Oh, I need that open action. But you can't get on Medicaid. You're still fine. Because you could just get some cheap insurance plan. Because you have a job. If you can't get Medicaid, you have a job that's paying you enough to pay for insurance. And then you don't have to worry. And if you can get on Medicaid, you don't have to pay anything. You can get on Medicare. Like if you're disabled at all, like me, you can get Medicare. Well, if you're disabled like me, you can either get Medicaid, which is completely free, which is what you want, or you can get on Medicare if you're on SSDI rather than like SSI or anything. And Medicare will pay, yeah, like 95% or something, 80%, but then the hospitals usually cover the rest. I'm here. Hello? Is this not the beach? I'm just gonna sleep in tomorrow now because I fucking thought I was staying for fireworks. But all that matters is what people see on Twitter and Reddit and CNN. Even people who decry all those things as terrible, horrible propaganda, for some reason they fall for it anyway. They still will spread that stuff or see it and believe it. Like, it's ridiculous. These people are so inconsistent. That's why I don't consider anybody an ally when it comes to these things. I am a very far outlier from any of these fucking people. They're all idiots. Yes, I'm saying I'm smarter than everybody else. Because it's true. These people are fucking retarded. They just believe whatever they're told by these people who they know better than to trust. I don't understand it. Well, I missed the fireworks because they didn't exist. Oh, at night. I thought it said at midnight. And I guess midnight doesn't count as nighttime. No, doggy, you stay in here. Anyway, that's been a half hour of going on about that shit. So I'm good now. It's just... It's like the cooking thing, you know, I see this stupid shit constantly and it just irritates me eventually. Right, none of you are hired to harvest. Shit. Like, the only reason this isn't a political YouTube channel, because I'm not a fucking grifter, like every single political YouTube channel. And because I don't want to be on even more watch lists. I don't want to deal with that kind of attention from people or anybody. You know, I like my small little YouTube. But that's the stuff I know about. You know, I know about history, but almost all that works into politics, and I don't want to deal with politics on my YouTube channel. I don't know, it just doesn't... bothers me, so I don't want to. A little here and there like I'm doing now, whatever. I just be venting about dumb bullshit. I would never make my YouTube dedicated to that stuff. But I know I'm smart about it. drives me fucking crazy. I can't, you know. Bam, 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 bam. Come on. These things grow faster before the end of the year or a month. We're not doing this many food next season. I refuse. Like, I'm not doing this thing where I have no time. Especially when I'm trying to get the girl and, like, get these little elves to be friendlier with me and better working and stuff. Like, I don't have time to give them gifts. I finally do today, but it's fucking... It's only because it's raining. It's a Saturday, so nobody's gonna open. Whoops. If you don't know anything about a subject, why do you talk about it? I just can't stand it. That applies not only to political stuff and food, but, like, I mean, yeah, it also applies to food stuff, like the other day I was saying. It also applies to, like, anime fans, especially anime fans, man, jeez. Have you ever looked at any of these fucking anime YouTubers? None of them know anything. It's not like, oh, their taste is bad. No, I mean, none of them actually know anything about anime. They literally don't. Like, objectively, they don't have any knowledge about anime or how it works or is made, or more relevant to talking about, like, well, what's good or bad shows. They don't even understand. They don't have any history with the medium. Like, they don't have... Anime is like this mysterious thing, and they just say whatever opinions they see on A or on whatever fucking forums or discords they go to. Like, none of them know anything about anime. They have no history with it. They have no experience with it. They have no knowledge about how it's made, why this or that thing is good or bad about a show. They nothing. It's so irritating. I don't care if they have bad taste or disagree with mine. I'm fine with that. I can deal with that. That's not the problem. The problem is none of them actually have any knowledge or history with anime. But, well, the problem isn't that. It's because that's whatever, who cares. The problem is that they pretend to, and that people believe it. And they try to pull it off as like, oh, yeah, we just have shit taste, but they still try to present themselves as knowledgeable. Or having a valuable opinion because they have some experience or something. And none of them do. This is the same problem I have with people who talk about VR chat on YouTube, make their stupid videos about VR chat and shit. Content creators. Like, I hate all this shit. It's all a bunch of fucking retards who know nothing about what they're talking about. Or, in the case of VR chat, they are purposely disingenuous about it because they want to hide, you know, what they're actually doing on there and how it really is on there. And it's like nobody cares. They just believe it all. It irritates me. All of it irritates me. It really does show like how, rather, why, shows why everybody is so easily manipulated by the media and the government and the healthcare system, because they just, because all you have to do is say experts, or somebody who has a check mark next to their name, or somebody who has, you know, a verified account in whatever other form they show them on whatever website you're on, or who has, you know, 5 million, or you're not 5 million, like 500,000 subscribers, or this or that. And that's all you need. You don't have to actually know what you're talking about, or have any information, or have anything to back it up with. You just have to have the thing that social media says, I know what I'm talking about. That's all you need. And you are a quote-unquote expert. And that's it. And you're good to go. It's fucked. It's, you know, anime's that way. Fucking politics are that way. World views are based on that. You really think all these 25-year-old women actually give a fuck about politics and know about politics? No, they're just repeating whatever they heard on their favorite YouTube channel, or whatever their favorite, like, comedian or black woman, trans actor Zerzem said. They don't care. They don't know anything. They're just repeating what they heard. And they only hear it from people who have no right to be talking about it. But because they have a checkmark next to their name, or because they're a known quantity, they're magically informed, apparently. They magically just know everything. And that annoys me with everything, but yes, it annoys me probably the most with anime, honestly. Even more than politics. Because anime is my passion. And video games, too. And it's just full of nothing but people who know nothing about it talking about it. And it's all just because, well, that guy, he has a bunch of followers. So he must know what he's talking about. That's not how it works. This generation, I'm not even talking about Zoomers, I'm talking about this, like, societal generation is completely fucked. They don't verify knowledge, they don't research their knowledge, they don't know anything, they don't have knowledge. They have whatever they're told. They don't have knowledge, they just get bits of information, and depending on who the person telling them it is, you know, depending on who is telling them, determines what they think they know and what they believe is reality and correct and true and fact about every topic possible. It's not that the information needs to be accurate or make sense or have any proof with it or evidence or have nothing to argue against it. It just has to be said by the right person, and then it's automatically taken as fact. Like, how cucked has our entire world gotten? It's ridiculous. But YouTuber I like, Twitch streamer I like, said this, said that. You know, at this point, almost none of these new anime fans, these younger anime fans, well, okay, not even just the younger ones, let's say younger in terms of time spent with anime, like how long they've been an anime fan. Most of them don't even watch anime. I've talked to a lot of these people. The majority of them will watch 1 or 2 shows ever. Like, they've seen like a handful of shows entirely. And almost all of them will admit to you they've only seen like YouTuber or Twitch streamer or this or that talk about it. Or review it. Or read a review on a website. They never review. That's never the answer. I would hope it would be, but it's not. It's always, oh, I saw the Australian one. Talk about anime. And he has 1 million viewers or whatever, and a check mark next to his name, and he gets paid by a company who he constantly shills for. So he must know what he's talking about, because why else would he get hired? But they literally just, they espouse these same exact opinions. They'll say, oh, well, that show's bad because anime YouTuber said it's bad. That show's bad because Anablogger, I hate that term, said it's bad. You know, popular anime blogger, popular anime YouTuber, popular anime Twitch streamer, popular Discord, anime Discord. Popular. They said it's bad, so you know, I just skipped that one because they said it was bad, so it's bad. And then they'll sit, but they won't admit that unless you ask them, like specifically. Otherwise, they'll sit there saying all the same exact points this person told them, without actually knowing those points. They won't have any. They've never experienced those points. They were just told those points, and now there's the points. It's the same with the vaccines, same with healthcare in general, same with the thing I was just talking about healthcare, where they don't understand that American healthcare isn't fucking horribly expensive. Usually, there are outliers, I'll admit, but like, are these same people who know nothing about politics? These same people who know nothing about anything. All they do is watch a TikTok of some fucking idiot saying a thing, watch a YouTube, or rarely read a blog, and that's it. And they call me a conspiracy theorist, but that's their entire knowledge base, is somebody who claims to be an expert said a thing. Or a thing told me that an expert who is not named and who I've never seen or heard of before said a thing, so it must be true because they said he's an expert. Why would I form my own opinion or research a thing before I jab it into my body and put it in my bloodstream when an expert said it's good? I don't know who that is, or their knowledge, or any information about them, but they're an expert. They have a checkmark next to their name. And they have a Twitter account with like 5 million followers, so they must know what they're talking about. And they must be looking out for me. You know, they must be caring about me more than anybody else. They must really, truly care. They're looking out for me. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fauci, Ouchie, for looking out for me, because you're an expert, because the government told me you were. Never mind the fact that you also spread AIDS on purpose in gay bathhouses. You're an expert, so I trust you. That was a good thing, because you spread AIDS, so you made AIDS awareness better. It's good. And you know, what about all the gays who love getting paused, as they call it? Who purposely have sex with gay men who have AIDS, knowing it, because they want to get it. So, you know, Fauci saved everybody. He helped AIDS, which is the good thing, right? Because he helped the homosexuals spread AIDS more to each other willingly, wanting it. Not the ones who didn't want it, but those ones Dr. Fauci didn't need to help. Because Dr. Fauci's a hero, and he only helps the smallest minority. The ones who want to die. Horribly and slowly. Of AIDS. And the puppies. Poor little puppy. I mean, good puppy. Lucky little puppy gets to be eaten alive by sandflies. Because Dr. Fauci knows better than us. He's saving us. He's an expert. It says so on the government website. It says expert next to his name. If you say otherwise, you're a conspiracy theorist freak. And you know nothing. And I can't believe I share the same world with you. You know nothing. You probably think the world is flat, even though there's plenty of evidence to support that. You probably think the Holocaust didn't happen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now the Germans can't watch this video because it's illegal to question the Holocaust there. Oh my God. How could you do this, Misa? You fucking conspiracy theorist freak. How could you fucking do this? Hey, me. Hey, kid. I couldn't talk to either one of them. You fuckers need to be to work. You need to twerk. I mean, you need to get to work. Welcome, Bidoo. You know what? Let's leave them alone until the new season starts. Actually, yeah. Like, I'm so... But they literally... I'm so tired of it. I don't even deal with anime fans or anything, but it just... I know it... Every time I do, it's the same thing. This show bad because Joey... Is that his name? Joey the anime guy or something? I just saw his name because I was looking at the Anime Expo guests to make fun of it. And he was some guest somehow. But, well, he said an anime is good. Oh, he said an anime is bad. So the anime is good and that anime is bad. Because he said so. I've never seen it, but he said so. He knows what he's talking about. He's an expert. Because he has a checkmark next to his name. What's happening? Everything got quiet and this guy was here. It's creepy. Like Joey, the Australian anime guy or something. I don't remember his name. I really don't. But either way, the point is, you know, that's what we're at now. We're at a point where all that matters is the messenger rather than the message. And, you know, that really has always been sort of a thing, but the opposite direction's always been, you know, worry about the message, not the messenger, you know. Be mad at that or you know, whatever, be happy. But always the emotion should go towards the message. Not the messenger. Attack the message, not the messenger. But instead, it really is the opposite. It's that there's a tree out here that gives me a power berry if I hit it. I read about this. That's what I'm trying to look for, but I can't find it. But nowadays, they've transformed it. They've switched it to be only care about who is telling you the message. There we go. Wait, are you cutting me down? I've been rooted here for 100 years. Please, don't cut me down. Don't cut down. Thank you very much. I'll give you this in return. There we go, boys. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but let's collect them. I didn't even know these areas existed. But there we go. We got another power berry. We should be okay, man. A little bit better now. It's just, I hate it. What matters is what the person is saying, not who is saying it. Or how they're saying it either. Somewhat how they're saying it. But not too much. Like, should you care about the messenger? Yeah, especially like in certain ways. Like, you know, when it comes to, not when it comes to, oh, but they're popular, but if it comes to, like, they're known for bullshitting, like CNN or something, yeah, you shouldn't trust them just because they have a reputation, because they've been around forever. Because they lie all the time. All they do is lie. Whoops. Well, I don't want these flowers because my girl don't like flowers. Tomboy. I just hate it. You don't know... You don't know an anime is good or bad because a YouTuber said so. Okay, just shut up. Damn. I need zucchini. Cucumber. One or the other. I forget which. Another power berry. Because I've got a list. There's no way to find... Like, how would I know to hit that tree? I didn't even know that tree existed until just now. 5 crops into the... Okay. 5 crops? Just any crops? You throw 5 crops into the waterfall? Is that this place right by the mine? Hey, bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try it right now. Pineapples? Oh, hell yes. Got to be even richer, boys. It's just... I can't. I just can't stand it, okay? Just... Oh. It's just the chickeny thing. It isn't Misa. How do I know your name? That's just who I am. How I am. Thank you for your offering. Thanks, babe. Babe, come back, babe. Babe. Thank you for your offering. Glad to see you come so often. Here, have this, eat it. Okay, I'll trust you. Oh, there we go. Another one. We got 3 total now. Oops. This will help a lot. I think this raises your stamina. Something. I'm not really sure, because I saw something that says certain things raise stamina, certain things only raise until, you know, how long it takes to get tired. So, aren't those the same thing? So I'm not sure what the difference is. Anyway, it's not so much that I'm saying these YouTubers or whatever are bad for doing this. Taking advantage of people for money, whatever. It is shitty, but everybody's doing it. And if you manage to do it, shame on the people who are letting you do it to them. You know. Same with me. Shame on me for supporting Giant Bomb all that time. When I should have known what they were really becoming all this time. I should have stopped. Should have given up on them ages ago, and I didn't. Until recently. Well, not super recently. I gave up on them a while ago now. But, you know, I should have given them a long time before I finally did. So I get it. It's easy to fall into that grift, and a lot of people do. That's the only time I have is pretty much Giant Bomb, and that was about it. But most of the time you don't. But, you know, for the record, I have never trusted Giant Bomb's views about video games. They are idiots. I've never understood how they think the things they do about games. I've never agreed with them on almost anything. I don't care about their opinions. I just like their comedy. Or liked their comedy. Their chemistry and stuff. It was fun. It was not something I watched for opinions on anything. Because they're idiots. They were idiots. Now they're really, really, really bad. They're worse than idiots. Because it's all a bunch of random fucking people. I mean, anyway. Point is, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, fuck these guys, they're terrible. I'm saying, don't be one of those people who watches somebody say, I mean, it depends. Like, I'm not saying ignore my reviews. I'm just saying, you know, don't treat these things as gospel like everybody does. It's ridiculous. If you have interest, like if you were interested in the Cowboy Bebop live action before you saw my review, and then my review came out, and you're like, oh, I don't want to watch it now. Well, that's fine. But if you still wanted to watch it, go ahead. If you know, don't go around spreading my opinion as yours, though. It could be like, oh, I heard this is bad from this YouTuber or whatever, if you, like that kind of thing, whatever. But these people just, they treat it as knowledge they have. Or they just defer to this other person for the knowledge. You know, like, oh, vaccines are good because this person said so. CNN said so, and Dr. Fauci said so. Oh, Ukraine is good guys because they said so. We need to give Ukraine $10 more billion, or who knows? We just need to. Maybe because Hunter Biden and Joe Biden have a invested stake in form of finances in that country. But no, it can't be that. We need to trust the experts. We need to just believe everything we're told at all times. It's just, I don't know. I just can't stand it. Should you take other people, like if you're somewhat interested in something and somebody says it's bad, and you know this person has some, well, that's the thing. These people don't have experience or knowledge. They're not working with that. They're just working with whatever. And they'll say something's bad and they won't have anything to back it up, or they'll just go into esoteric bullshit nobody cares about. But then the Finn shit for this, I don't know. I can't deal with it. I hate it. They're stupid. The other day I had a Zoomer, a random Zoomer I never met before. Some bitch in a public world I was in listened to me talking, and then she started screaming about... Now, this is a while back. This was a couple months ago, actually. Well, by the time this goes up, even more than that. And she started screaming at me about how... Like, I wasn't even talking about them. I was not talking about Jewish people or anything. And she just runs over, and she was completely serious. She was, like, crying almost. About how Jews are the most oppressed people ever. I was like, okay, what does that have to do... What does that have to do with American history? I wasn't even talking about them. But because some... You know what? I'm just gonna edit all that. Not all of it, obviously. That'd be the whole video. What I just said. Because it's not worth it. None of this is worth it. That's what it boils down to me for all this stuff. That's why I don't have a YouTube channel about any of this stuff. Because it's just not fucking worth it. And what a great guest for Anime Expo. A YouTuber. Like, really? People are paying like 140 bucks to see a YouTuber? Are you fucking joking? It's Anime Expo. It's not YouTube convention. It's not TwitchCon. There were like 5 actual guests, and that was it. I didn't go. I mean, I live across the country now anyway, and I have no interest in going. Plus all their stupid cucked fucking, you must be vaccinated and prove your vaccination status. You must wear 20 masks at all times. You must let us shove a needle in your arm. It's not heroin, don't worry. Oh fuck, I have to water and still keep doing this? Yep, next season you're not doing nearly this much. Banned. It's banned. I still have to water. It's already 9 p.m. At this point, I kind of just want to let the crops die. I don't even think they have time to grow anyway. We're going to focus on one crop. Well, no, those won't grow either. Honestly, I don't think any of these will grow in time. I don't know if it's worth wasting my time. Let's do the corn, because the corn hasn't... Some of the corn has, but not all of it. Just do random bits. We're not going to do it all. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not saying they're bad YouTubers or whatever. I think they're bad YouTubers. I don't care. I don't watch YouTubers, really. Like, pretty much at all. I really don't. I never have been a big fan of that. I've never watched any anime YouTubers, other than, like, specifically, like, hey, you know, somebody would say, hey, look at this shit. And then I've had to deal with them in other non-anime YouTube accounts, so I've had to deal with them and experience them. And I've done, you know, like, I've done my due diligence, just like with my food reviews. I go look up some of the reviews and see what they're saying, and so I experience their content, and also I get their opinions, so I can shit on them properly. And I've done that with the anime YouTubers in the past, too. And it really is just what I said. Especially, I have a lot of experience with the bloggers, but I do have a little experience with the anime YouTubers from watching them to make fun of them with my friends. Or seeing them pop up in non-related Japan kind of videos. I'm not like, yeah, I'm not like saying, oh, fuck them, fuck you if you like them. I'm just saying it's entertainment. Watch it as entertainment. Don't watch it as knowledge. Like, if you find one who has the exact same tastes and opinions as you already, then I guess I can understand it to an extent. Like, oh, I don't need to watch that because this person who has identical tastes to me didn't like it. There's some level of sense there. I do kind of get that. But you're not going to be able to convince me that the majority of people are like that. Most people, it's just, oh, he's funny, or oh, he's popular, oh, I'm supposed to know his videos because my Discord talks about it, etc. This whole video is a fucking mess, man. Wow, great. Some stuff in this game is pretty fucking retarded. Who provided me that large milk? Was it Mumu? It had to be Mumu. You're just a good cow, Mumu. Thank you for the large. I still blame Madoka for most of this shit. A lot of these blogs and a lot of these YouTubers got real big from that, from just making the 10 millionth video about, oh, it's such a deconstruction with the Maho Shoujo. It's not a deconstruction of anything. Every Maho Shoujo is that. It's the exact same as every fucking one. Every single one has dark and edgy shit. Every single one has these things. It's not like not every single one has a character die, but a lot of them actually do, or has even harder, you know, more serious shit than that. Look at even the kid ones do, the actual legitimately for children ones, like Ojamaji Doremi deals with rape, like of children, child molestation, deals with kidnapping of children, deals with racism, deals with fucking parental divorce, parents dying, parents abuse, sexually and physically. Like, well, I guess sexually is physically, but you know what I mean, like beating them. It deals with everything. It's a kid's show. And it deals with it pretty legitimately. Meanwhile, you've got Madoka. Well, a character died, so it's a deconstruction, man. Nothing has ever been like this before. There's never been an anime with magical girls that has people die in it. Except for, I don't know, most of them. It's those type of people. These people who have never seen anime before. Who just talk convincingly enough to trick people into thinking whatever is new. Or whatever is bad, or whatever is cool. Just runs, just ugh. It just irritates the hell out of me. I can't stand it. If you're going to rely on a YouTuber to give you information about things, at least find one who actually you can prove to yourself they have some knowledge about what they're talking about. Beyond they have a check mark next to their name. And beyond, they're funny. It's fine to watch them if they're funny. It's a totally valid excuse to watch them. But to care about what they're saying because they make me laugh sometimes, that's not... No. What about you, Misa? Well, I'm excluded because I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's a reason these people spend half their videos pandering to the youth. It's because they don't know what they're talking about and they just want Zoomers to, you know, fucking TikTok to like it. Because Zoomers don't require any evidence to support anything. You just tell them things and they believe you. It's stupid. I've seen it so much. It's just, oh, the media says this, so it's true. Oh, my YouTuber friend, not friend, my favorite YouTuber says this. My imaginary friend YouTuber. You know, like the stupid, I always forget the word. I always just say pseudo friendship bullshit. There's parasocial relationships, that's what it is. Where you believe these people are your friends and stuff. It's like, no, it's just some person on the internet who doesn't care about you, doesn't know you. I'm not saying you can't have internet friends. All my friends have been internet friends. I mean, you know, a random YouTuber who has no personal connection to you, yeah, they don't care about you. They're not looking out for your best interest. They're not telling you what you should be hearing. They're just telling you what'll make them money from making you like to watch them. Which is, you know, again, fine. You have fun watching them, fucking watch. But if you're going to go around saying what they say, believing what they say, caring about what they say in a big way, beyond, man, this part was so funny, then you need to stop. Unless you have a reason not to. Again, like, if you can prove it, not to me or anyone else, but if you can prove to yourself they know what they're talking about, then sure, whatever. I mean, still don't go around pretending it's your opinion unless they educate you enough about it, or you educate yourself enough about it, whatever it is, where you genuinely have that opinion. Not just, well, he said this, he said the music is bad, so I'm going to say the music is bad. He said the graphics are bad, so I'm going to say the graphics are bad. He said the controls are bad, so I'm going to say the controls are bad. Oh, he said this anime is bad because this or that, so it is bad because this. Oh, he said the anime is a deconstruction, so it is a deconstruction. That makes it good because he said it makes it good. It's just, I don't know, man. That's all I meant to do. A lot of loyalty for a hired gun. You're a big guy. What are you? I'm dying today. I'm breaking and falling apart today. I don't know what I'm doing. My dog just pissed on my basket. I saw that. Well, might as well get to work on this. Basically, I hit everybody and everything. It isn't myself. If that bothers you, it's fine. I don't care. That's what I mean by it's fine. Sure. Whatever. Not my problem. I've always had that issue, so it's not like, oh, they get more views than me. I have no intention of having more views than popular retards. And I felt this way since way before I ever did anything with YouTube other than my shit posts for fucking furry butt era. Which was basically just for friends at the time. And enemies. Enemies. So it's not nothing to do with that. It's just annoying for any topic. Yeah, it's like talking to old people. It's like talking to boomers. Oh, why aren't you listening to the? Why aren't you doing this or that or believing this or that? Because CNN said so. You have to. I still remember fondly the time when CNN said it's illegal for you to look at some information that leaked. Illegal. But then they said it's illegal for you to look at this, but it's illegal for us because we're the press. That's not how anything works at all. That literally ever in history, not once. That there is no law. They literally made up a law to scare people, and people listened. It is illegal to look at this unless we are the ones showing it to you. That is what they told people, and people listened. That's something I've never forgotten. Because, I mean, it's just fucking... Just fucking. I don't know if I fed the goddamn chickens. I'm gonna look up more power berries. Sewing festival, no way. Oh, fuck, I missed the shopping channel. I missed the shopping channel. No. Oh, I got all the easy ones. Let's go fishing. There's one to fish out of the beach. Bing, bing, bang, bing, ba-ding, ba-ding. Sorry this episode is this. Whatever you call this. Bitching and political bullshit and whining about YouTubers. I don't know. It wasn't even on my mind before this. I was just starting to play the game and then I needed to bitch about it. No idea why. It's irritating when it does that. Yep, just litter. Is it littering to pick up a piece of trash and put it back on the ground? Is it littering to catch a boot and throw it back in the river? I don't actually know. I mean, it would be if you got caught doing it, only the latter part, because then it'd be like, why you throw that in there? They wouldn't know you picked it out. You'd be like, well, I fished it out. You'd be like, they'd be like, no, prove it. And you'd be like, well. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying if you see trash, you should throw it away, whether it's yours or not. But, well, really, you should leave it alone, because who knows? For all you know, that, you know, old McDonald's bag on the side of the road has a fucking heroin needle in it, and if you try to pick it up, it'll stab you. So leave things alone that you should leave alone. But if you are going to the point where you're going to pick something up, or if you know, whatever, just don't litter. It's gross. Whatever, you're fishing, man. How can you be tired from fishing? It's one of the most boring, easy things to do in the world. And yes, I have fished. I grew up fishing a lot because my mother loves fishing. So we go camping all the time. I have to fish. I hate fishing. It's fucking boring. I missed the cooking channel. I missed the fucking shopping. I was so busy bitching and moaning. Wait till the shower. This is the worst video ever. Not really. Deal with it. Deal with it, with it, with it. Deal, deal, deal. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. If you made it this far, I congratulate you for listening to me bitch and moan about things nobody cares about. Shit, I guess I could have made more money. I see some tomatoes down there that were finished. Pineapples gotta be done tomorrow or else. Did I even water them? I might have forgotten to water them. We're gonna have to take some losses here, maybe. Because just in case I want to get the middle. Is that my mouse in the bottom? What is that? Oh, it is. Weird, because it's not even over the game in my view. you know, not watching YouTubers and shit and Twitch and all these things, you find Google really has destroyed the internet. There is no internet now. Google has created what the internet is now. There's nothing beyond, like, even if you look up Pokemon, and there's gonna be like 10 trillion results. You can't look through every page because you just start saying omitted, 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 omitted. You can keep clicking show me anyway. It runs out eventually pretty quickly. They've basically eradicated everything but the websites that pay them or that they get paid through existing. Or they're told to keep by, you know, the people in charge of everything. I am at almost 100,000 gil. 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 It's not Final Fantasy. I did not realize how much money I had. Planning ahead, gotta plan ahead. I forgot what I was talking about, so I stopped talking. I definitely have the cash for expanding the house. Oh, but anyway, like, yeah, you can't find... The internet used to be so many different random little websites and shit you'd find so easy. Now all of that's either completely removed or hidden, obscured as much as possible. It's terrible. It sucks. Without, you know, like, yeah, without consuming all the basic shit. So not being on fucking Reddit and not being on fucking Twitch, not being on fucking TikTok. Like, I have so little to do on the internet compared to what I used to. Before, you could literally surf the web. You can't do that now. There is nothing to surf. There's nothing. There's just nothing. The internet is just empty now. And it's so boring. Except when you're learning stuff like me. Researching. Being smart. I'd rather be bored sometimes than be on fucking Twitch or TikTok or whatever. Enlarge my house. I don't have enough wood, do I? Not even close. Let's see what I need. I could, depending on how much lumber did he say? Fuck. $750, okay. Huh, 170. How much does it would cost again? It's way expensive, isn't it? Like, I'm not spending that much on wood. No, I would actually have to do a lot of fucking money. What is that though? Earn it slowly. Girl don't even like me yet. Don't gotta worry about getting married. Okay. Oh, the Harvest Maiden or whoever that was is watching me in the bed. Oh, yeah. Oh. Bam, 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 bam. Oh. I really don't know what the point of the fish is. Just a pet, maybe? Food? It's a good thing you have infinite food when you wake up, though. I'm going to go fish at the pier for now. As you know, it's going to be like 17 days of holidays and weekends where nobody's going to be open, so I can't buy seeds. I haven't been sleeping. Can't believe it's only 2 o'clock. Feels like it's fucking 6. The ocean sucks. It's all litter. Get something good, get something good. Get something good, get something good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. What was that? Oh, the seeds I gotta put away. I forgot. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Oops, I was doing something outside of the game. I want to check if the Chinaman's here, but also talk to my girl. Nope, he's not here. There's my lady. What are you doing in that room with him? What are you doing in that room, huh? Get out of there right now. Yeah, something's the matter. You in here with this man? Okay, he's just bitching on you. Just taking care of the end. Okay, okay, I forgive you. Forgive you. For now. Shouldn't be in there with another man. But you don't even know we're going out yet, so it's okay. I forgive you. Tired. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, did it pick up me putting button on my fucking fan? This episode was kind of, I mean, I'm fine with it, but I don't know. Like the two other people watching, maybe aren't so happy with it. That's okay. I really don't care. I really don't give a shit what you're happy with, people. Fall. Oh, that'll be perfect. Fall. Okay. We should probably bring the dog in because the weather might change. Not today, but when the season changes, they tend to have. Actually, oh, what's that mean? What's that mean? Video's over? No, I'm just fucking with you. I just want to save it just in case. Dun 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 dun. Did you really believe me? Video's fucking over. Fuck off.